What's up, you guys? Happy Sunday. We've got a great show lined up for you guys, and I'm so not used to Xbot not having that stupid song ready to go, and I completely forgot about it.
See, now you have just disappointed everybody by going live and not even letting me set up my expensive app on my phone.
The free app bot? Is that what you're talking about? The free app? Oh, where's that mute button?
Get those lights off. Bing, 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 bing. China. Bong, bong. Bing, 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 bong. Turn off the lights. I'm really rich. Bing, bing.
Enough is enough, sir.
That's my favorite song.
No, it's not your favorite song, please. So look catchy. What you... What happened?
That's so catchy.
Yeah. It is, though. The thing is, like, during the week, I'll just be like, bing, 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 randomly. And I'll be like, what the hell's wrong with me? So
I just got a great idea. I'm going to do that every time the twins have to go to school.
Garuda just donated in the super chat. $10. Thank you, Garuda Legends. I appreciate it. The cat just started yelling in my ear.
Bills. Yes, throw that money out. Make it rain.
Thank you so much. That's a great way to start the show, you guys.
Strip Cat Kitty!
Making me blush because Strip Cat Kitty.
I want to congratulate you. I noticed that there's less pink and I see blue. I'm very happy today.
You know what? I don't like that type of attitude. The pink was beautiful. I believe that everybody would agree with me, right?
Nope.
I got a problem with pink.
But it does look better.
Actually, for breast cancer, you should have, left it.
Oh, I forgot about that, actually. Well, we got pink around our avatar, so that's good.
There's plenty of pink to go around for everybody. So I do want to say what's up to everybody in the chat. You guys are absolutely amazing. What's up, Harvinder? You were here first, even though Xbox claims he was first-ish. What's up? Clement, Albert, what's up, Brian Baker, Garuda Legends, thank you for the super chat. Evil, Ghost Twin, what's going on?
Moderator of the year.
Where's moderator there? UK Daz. I saw him talking smack about being the vape police. I was like, oh, snap. And then we had a little conversation about that in the background. That was great. Xbot's a little scared to vape now.
Him and Putin, like, I have no idea. They have, like, superhuman hearing. Like, I can be a block and a half down from the show, like down the street, and they'll be like, I'll be like, and they'll be like, babe. I don't know.
That's got dog ears, man. I'm telling you.
All the way from over there. What's up, video game consoles and accessories? I was gonna say what's up, Crispy Bomb, but you're here too. Z Black Rider, what's up? What's up? Jordan Andrew, hello. Jaded Addiction, what's going on, girl? I haven't seen you in forever. WTG, hello. I'm trying to get through the list. Evie, what's going on? And yeah, we're going to get the show started. So on the panel today, we have the Xbot for late. Xbot, would you like to say hello to everybody?
Excuse me. I don't appreciate that whole late thing. I was the first one here other than you, and you made the hangout. So I am not late. I am never late. I am always on time. What is up, chat?
I had the hangout ready at like 5:30. And
I was the first one in here besides you. Okay?
You still made us late. Don't worry about it. Crispy Bomb, would you like to say good morning to everybody? I'm sorry.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good evening.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
sounded like Dracula.
No. Gonna be fun. Got a lot to talk about, I think.
I think.
I'm not really sure. We're just going to bullshit and then Walking Dead. And then I'm like, out. See you guys later.
Peace out. A-Town down.
Exactly. Supersonic Station, would you like to say hello or something?
Skeletor to King Randor. Skeletor to King Randor. Come in, you royal boob.
Donald Trump, if you come on here, I'm going to kick your ass.
Oh, my God.
Well, you can't threaten the president of the United States, first of all.
Yeah,
that is true. I like his song.
He's watching this show right now, and you're in trouble.
No, he won't watch this unless it's on Fox News. Let's be real now.
Everybody tag this on Fox News. I don't really care if he watches or not, honestly, but that would be entertaining. And then we have Butcher Van. I was gonna say Mr. Midlife Butcher Van. Butcher Van, would you like to say what's up to everybody?
Hey, what's going on, people? I'm really excited to be here today. There's some great topics that are going to happen, and I'm excited. We're also going to be doing a giveaway maybe this week, maybe next week, who knows? But it will be Red Dead Redemption 2 Ultimate.
Hold on, I saw Sean Murray. Sean Murray, I knew you were out here in outer space. Okay, go ahead.
He heard Red Dead Redemption 2 was going to be given away, so he wanted to pop in.
Oh, can you give details again? I'm sorry, because I interrupted
Red
you.
Dead Redemption 2. He's going to be giving away either this week or next week. No one will ever know until he decides he's going to give it away. And he did explain that last week too, I think, but I think you were a little bit pilled up or something.
Our country is in serious trouble.
I wasn't pilled up. Supersonic was.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I meant. He was just like, bleh.
If you listen to last week's show, I accidentally took 2 hydrocodone out. Sean Murray, I know I'm not on anything now, so I see Sean Murray's head. Sean Murray, get back down there. Thank you.
I'm really rich.
Xbot, I'm gonna come take your phone away. All right, so
How would you do that?
I think we got everybody today. Yeah, a small crew. Me, obviously. I'm your host, guys. What's up? Oh, snap. It's Mel. So I want to know what you guys have been playing this week. Aside from Destiny 2, there is no talk of Destiny 2 Xbox, but what else have you been playing?
I've been playing this DLC called Forsaken for this game I will not mention. That is really awesome.
What else?
Not only that, I actually went into the Crucible on said game with one of the twins today. We got through 3 matches, and then he just disappeared from the party chat and the game. I didn't know what happened. Like, I was about to invite him again, and then I looked on my my friends list, and he's playing the Master Chief Collection. So I'm like, all right, I guess we're done there. But of course, Forza Horizon 4. I've been busy, driving around the map. Not only that, making vinyls and stuff like that. And I will let people know that the Adidas Lamborghini Gallardo is officially up in my marketplace to download for free right now in the game.
Adidas car.
Yes, it looks
It
really
looks good. I saw it on Twitter. It looks beast.
It's all right.
What?
It's all right. You did a great job, bot.
Thank you very much.
I just liked my plain old Maserati. Okay.
Do you remember the 370Z I made for you in Forza Motorsport 5?
I do. It was beautiful. I could probably download that. Anything else you played, Xbot?
No.
Cool.
I don't think so.
I love that game.
Mumble rap game.
I'm gonna switch careers. I'm gonna be a mumble rapper. Apparently, you don't have to say anything as long as it sounds like it rhymes. You could win a Grammy.
You know what? You were absolutely right. I think we should all make our own rap song and then play it on the show some point.
Mumble rap.
You can use the Bing Bing as your.
Yo, the CCC Mumble Rap album. Let's go.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Can we do a Christmas album too?
There's a lot of famous songs out there that they only say like 2 words, so I have complete faith that that can be done.
That is absolutely correct. They'll be like my shoe and make millions of freaking dollars because they said.
And Xbox go, I'm rich, bitch.
I'm gonna be like, no, I am.
Yo, Dad said it should have been Puma, pervert under medical attention.
Wow.
I'd never heard that before.
Daz status right there, Puma.
I'm intrigued. I am intrigued.
So, Crispy Bum, what have you played this week?
Well, I had a wedding to go to. I've been working a lot, but I actually played more than just Gears. I can't believe it. I played some PUBG.
You did?
And yeah, it's not the same anymore.
I'm sorry.
getting old.
Mikey Bar, mumble rap song, please. All right. So, carry on. I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to cut you off.
And then Daz would be proud. I actually played some couch multiplayer with a bunch of my buddies from Mortal Kombat. And yeah, they didn't do so well against me, but that's beside the point.
Oh, wait. Aren't you and Daz going to be going up against each other at some point?
for Soul Calibur, I'm kind of nervous to go against him in Mortal Kombat, but maybe I'll get my confidence.
You guys will be 2 of like 6 people who are actually buying that game. That'd be crazy.
Really? Because I see it all over the web, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but you know how that is. Everybody will put it up on the web, but then nobody's going to buy it.
You know why I'm excited for it is because they're bringing a lot of the Soul Calibur 3 stuff back, like the guard breaks and a bunch of things that they kind of got rid of. And it brings a different element to the game that I think is going to be like great. The only thing is, if people don't buy it, they're not making another one. They basically already said that. So we'll see.
I almost just closed out everything by accident.
That would have been bad.
I had a panic attack. I really did. Butcher Van, what have you played this week?
Forza. More Forza.
Okay.
Even
Did you
more
play any Forza though? That's what I want.
Yeah, I've played a lot of Forza. I think I'm up to like 60 hours now in Forza.
I just started yesterday.
I've almost 100% the game. I'm pretty close to 100%ing it, so.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome. Now, you were doing a stream yesterday and giving away a bunch of codes, so that was pretty cool. Are you planning on doing that again anytime soon?
Yeah, I enjoyed the stream yesterday. We ran into a couple problems with Microsoft services being down.
You were giving out fake codes, I heard.
No, I don't give away fake codes.
No, he was giving away 100% legitimate codes. If you guys were there, he was doing random drawings for gift cards. But, of course, while he's streaming and giving away codes, Microsoft services are down. So people are like, what's going on?
How come when you said 100% legitimate, it sounded less legitimate? I'm going to be real here. I won a code. I typed it in. I got my $5.
That was before it was before the services went down. Actually, you probably broke it, but I'm not gonna lie. You probably broke the services. But yeah, he was giving away a bunch of codes, and then they stopped working at some point in time. It wasn't the codes that weren't working; it was Microsoft that was being trash. And then it fixed itself, and I won a code. Xbot won a code. A lot of people won a code. Some people won 3 codes. That was pretty cool. I gave my code to one of my twins, and then one of the other twins was watching the stream, and they won a code. So it was pretty entertaining.
I would have continued doing the stream, but I didn't want to keep giving away codes that people couldn't redeem because I didn't want them thinking that I was giving people bum codes, so
yeah,
I had to cancel the stream, and I still have a ton of codes, so we'll continue it another day when their services are working.
So you guys should go follow him.
I was at work and saw that I was mad because I couldn't watch it and try to get codes. I was like, no.
Is that the only reason why you're watching, Sonic?
Well, yesterday we gave away, I think it was close to $70 worth of codes just yesterday alone.
Nice.
Well, because he was supposed to be giving away a $5 gift card every hour, but it was like every 21.78 minutes he was giving one away. It was really entertaining, and you guys should totally follow him on Mixer because when he's always giving stuff away. So he doesn't give away trash either. He's giving away tons of money.
I was planning on winning enough codes to get the season pass for Forza Horizon 4, and it didn't work out. But I did get one, and I am very happy with that.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, and then also, you can check with any one of my winners on any of my giveaways ever, and they have been taken care of. So there's no question that I haven't taken care of whoever won any of my giveaways.
Hold on. Yeah. So if somebody wins, you snub them out. You take care of them.
I take care of them. I make sure they don't talk afterwards.
He gave me a free code for a Destiny expansion back in the day. I remember that.
Very nice. And any game he gives away, it's usually a deluxe edition. So I highly, highly recommend you guys go give Butcher Van a follow on Twitter and definitely on that Mixer. Because he's probably one of the more generous people I know who's always giving away stuff. And I'm like, that's so cool.
He hooked me up with my second most played game this generation. Whoever gets mad about the whole Destiny 2 thing, I'm just going to point my finger right over at Butcher Van.
Butcher Van, do you regret it now?
Nope.
I do. I do.
then we wouldn't have a Cade bot.
That is true.
That's
I like this guy.
But didn't you name it like aimbot now or something? You changed
It
it.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we don't have a Cade anymore, but we still have a Cade bot.
Okay, I'm gonna have to put the name back up because I did switch it to aimbot. For mouse and keyboard support. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah.
Eve wants to know if you're on YouTube, Butcher.
Well, we're using YouTube, aren't we?
Wow.
You have your own channel.
Evie, you just got sass. That's my bestie.
No, I don't actually post a lot on my YouTube channel or anything, and I don't do a whole lot of streaming. But when I do streaming, it will be usually giveaways or anything.
He said doo-doo, everybody. All right, very nice. So, guys, go give him a follow because if you want to win anything, he's your guy. Supersonic Station, what have you played this week?
I got a long list. This is the first time I've ever written anything.
All right, minus anything in VR though.
Okay, never mind. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Well, I do have I played Super Lucky's Tale in VR. That was pretty cool. I played this thing where you get to be in a bomber on World War II when they're bombing everyone. That's really interesting. That was more of an educational thing. What else I play?
That's pretty cool that they
Overwatch.
have educational VR stuff. I like that.
Oh, it's incredible. There's
If I was a kid, and I'm sorry to cut you off, I'm very rude today. If I was a kid and I got to learn through VR, I probably would have done so much better in school. Carry on.
It's a great tool for learning. Like you can go on like the Titanic when it's sinking and stuff. It's crazy. Other games.
I just pictured a bunch of students like having heart attacks because the boat sinking. Yeah.
Well, it also gives you a tour of the boat. Like it's kind of like a time capsule. You can go back in history and see stuff. And I don't know. It's just not just about games. It's about experiences and learning and other stuff. Painting, sculpting, like whatever you want to do. Okay, flat screen games. I was just playing Overwatch, so we'll talk about that later. But I just beat Shadow the Tomb Raider. Okay, I love this game. I think it's awesome, but I feel like they took a chunk out of the game or something for some
What
reason.
game?
Shadow the Tomb Raider.
Mm.
Are they doing DLC to this?
Yeah, they're doing a lot of DLC actually. I think like six pieces of DLC or something like that are coming down the pipeline, man.
Okay, that explains that then. Destiny. Oh wait, can I say Destiny?
D2.
Call it Forsaken.
Okay, Forsaken. I played Forsaken, so I'm jumping out on that, and so I did some Project Spark stream with Lady Lex because I'm making Horror Ride Part 4, and I'm gonna change that into VR so people can watch it. And Forza Horizon 4, which some people might be mad at me for saying this. Don't get mad and throw crap at me.
I'm already
Get
mad
mad.
just by you
Get
saying
mad.
don't get mad.
Light the torches, people.
Sean Murray, cover your eyes down there.
He is there. Oh my goodness.
I still like Forza Horizon 3 better. I don't know why. I think the seasons and stuff are cool, but it just seems like a little kind of expansion because they're both very beautiful games. They're both great games, and I'm sure Forza Horizon 4 is the better game to a lot of people. But maybe if I didn't play Forza Horizon 3, I would be more excited about Forza Horizon 4. But I do like the way that you progress through the game. I think that's pretty cool. I think the seasons are cool. It's a beautiful game, but I still like Forza Horizon 3 better.
But why? Like why do you like 3 better? What is it about?
I don't know. I think
understand
it's just the Australian setting. I don't know. I just don't see anything really super exciting like a huge big city and all that stuff. But
I think
still gotta wait to go. I just like got past the Halo part and I wasn't really impressed with that either. So that's where I'm at in the game. I went through all the seasons, did the Halo part, and that's where I'm at. So maybe I need to play it more or something. But the game is absolutely beautiful and stunning and really fun to play. a very good arcade racer. So I'm not dogging the game in any way. I'm just saying.
Grab your pitchforks.
You should check the chat. I think Brian Baker, I think he came up with a reason as to why you went like 3 over 4.
I like banging kangaroos.
I try to say it without saying it, and then Sonic comes out and quotes it all the way through.
I mean, it's a great addition that they added sheep.
I think someone. Whoa. Bestiality is not okay, sir. You're fired. I think someone should clip him saying, I like banging kangaroos, and then make a video with him saying that over and over and add Sean Murray to it. That would be great.
Don't give people ideas. Oh, snaps.
Huh?
Don't give people ideas.
That's my job, to give people ideas. Somebody do that.
In the Yoshida voice.
Oh, there
Come here,
you
sheep.
go. All right, so I think I got everybody else. It's my turn. So I played Forza Horizon 4.
You can't say PUBG though.
You can't tell me what to do, bot.
Yes, you can. He's the man.
I try. Door.
So what the fuck are you yelling about?
You do everything Xbot tells you.
No, I don't. Doesn't he wish? So I played some Forza Horizon 4. I actually started that yesterday. And while I was cooking dinner, I was having the kids finish up like the things that I had to do to get through to get online, because I get really like irritated if I can't just go in and play a game. So I did some of it. I had the kids do the rest of it. They were really disappointed that they were forced to play my Xbox and help me out. And then, of course, I played PUBG. But as soon as I was able to get online in Forza Horizon 4, I went and bought a Maserati. So now I have my dream car, and it says Boss Lady on the back, and it's gorgeous. It made me so happy. I don't even care about the rest of the game. Oh, there is one gripe I do have, though. I want to say within, like, maybe 10 minutes of driving around like a complete idiot, I drove right through a herd of sheep. I mean, obviously I didn't hit them because they don't actually exist. They're just like holograph. Woo, the other barber subscribed. Thank you. But that I just drove right through them, and I was like, I could have made $40 off myself, and I was really just disappointed about that. I don't know. Everybody says that they move out of the way so you can't hit them, and I went boop right through like 10 of them. I was really pissed. So other than that, I just played PUBG. I'm trying to get my colorful frying pan, and yeah, I think that's it. I don't play much of anything else.
The frying pan.
It's got a colorful bullseye on the frying pan, and I have 3 days to earn that, and I need only like 170 more XP, and then I'll get my frying pan. It's just a frying pan, the one that I have to hit Xbot with.
Oh yeah, get that.
Make sure you get a bullseye.
Make sure you get a bullseye. That's the most important part.
Since you played Forza, has your driving skills improved in PUBG at all?
No, I don't believe so. I don't know. I cannot confirm nor deny that. All right, so anyways, I think my microphone's making some funky sound, like a buzzing. If you guys hear that, let me know. I apologize. I don't know if I can fix it. It's pissing me off. All right, well, we'll find out later. So I want to get started on our topics that we have. I do want to... No, we don't bot. We never do. Did you not see my list? I added Mario versus Luigi. Who is better? Because I was like, I don't know what we're talking about.
I want a game that's Mario versus Luigi. I mean, it's been, they've been brothers so long going, like, trying to do the same thing. Brothers fight. So why don't they do Mario versus Luigi?
It's called Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
So we're gonna talk about Overwatch first, because it's Halloween, and they have their Halloween event. I think it's called Halloween Terror. And I think Supersonic Station was saying something about he played some of that with the Halloween Terror. They have a new skin for Farah, an enchanted armor, and then they have something for that chick Moira. I can't say.
Moira.
Moi. Let me call her Moi. She kind of looks hot, but she looks really dead. And then I'm not really sure.
She kind of looks hot, but she looks really dead.
Don't judge me, Xbot. I'm not really sure like what other skins, but I know those were the big headliners. So that being said, is anybody interested in playing? Like, do you guys play during like the Halloween events and things like that? I'm gonna start with Supersonic.
Well, like, okay, there's 2 events, actually 3 now, that I save up all my tokens for, or currency, or whatever you call it, to get loot boxes. Or it's actually to buy skins. So it's the Halloween event and the Christmas event, then the event where you can just unlock whatever you want with your earned currency, in-game currency. So the Halloween ones are definitely the best. So there's other Halloweens that from the prior years, and they do have an event that's kind of like a tower defense thing. You can play with 2 other people, and it's all Halloweeny.
It's Halloweeny.
It's pretty cool. Definitely check it out. They definitely have the best skins on Halloween, though. That's what I save all my stuff for.
That castle defense, is it like that Dr. Frankenstein thing done all over again, or is it something new?
As far as I know, that's what they're doing, unless they're doing something different this year. It's okay, but it's an easy way to get, like, you know how if you go into arcade, you have to win 3 matches, and then you get a loot box, and win another 3, then get a loot box. It's really easy to do that. It'll be really easy to do that for like 4 weeks straight. So it's kind of like just a bunch of free loot boxes for skins and stuff.
Oh, that's nice. I know that runs from October 9th until October 31st for the Halloween, so that's exciting. This is probably one of the times where I will play Overwatch. I don't play it often. Every time we do play, I have a lot of fun, but then I go back to PUBG. But, we usually play a couple times a year. And I do like Halloween themed skins and things like that. I know our 14-year-old, oh no, I lied. He's 15. Oh, I'm sorry. I know he really does.
6-footer.
6'2" or 6'1", 15-year-old. He really loves Overwatch. Him and like the 2 10-year-olds, they all love Overwatch, so they usually go in during these events and they play them. There's a Doomfist as a swamp monster. I think that's pretty awesome. There's just so much that they do with this game that I'm actually happy that they're still supporting this game, because it's been out for quite some time now, So they just keep adding to it and making it more awesome. Butcher Van, are you interested in this at all? I know you mentioned yesterday that your daughter used to like it. I don't know if she still does.
Yeah, actually, anytime they can do seasonal events in any game, I 100% support, because I just like the ability to have options. And so when a company does that, that's amazing, in my opinion. And I'd like to see more companies do that, because there's not enough companies out there in games that really do that and jump in and go full force into a lot of seasons. So yeah, I'm down for it.
It helps the game grow, but it keeps it interesting, because I'm sure any of you that have played a game get bored over time at some point. So when it gets to a point where they add something new and refreshing, it makes that game so much better, even if it's just for a little while. Crispy Bomb, what do you think about this? Do you Overwatch?
I do not Overwatch. No.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I will piggyback off Butcher Van and say there is one game that's consistent with this, and that is my favorite game, Gears. Okay, and they usually have some great events, have like the pumpkin heads, and they go all out. They do the Day of the Dead skins, like do new variants of it. So they kind of go with like the Day of the Dead and the Halloween theme. So that's fun.
I love how everything goes back to Gears with you. It's so awesome.
Wait, does the zombie skin still make noises? That annoyed me so much.
They actually toned that down.
Oh, good.
Like they used to be like saying it every like rawr every time, and now it's kind of like get a headshot, I believe, is when it'll do it, and that's it. So yeah, but I mean, the pumpkin heads are coming and stuff. So I support any game that actually puts the effort in. I mean, it's great. It's just Overwatch is not a game I'm gonna play, but it's still cool.
Is Destiny doing a Halloween event this year?
I'm sitting here patiently waiting to hear my name called.
Okay.
Xbot. I'm sorry, I was looking at my Maserati. All right, real quick before we hear Xbot's opinion. So this past Thursday we did a lot of cleaning in the house, a little rearranging. So I have my own little computer area where all my gaming, my Xbox is like, it's my area. So I have my Xbox right in front of me and it's just so perfect. And then I have the PC, so like I can game and chat if I could actually multitask to that extent. But it's really awesome. Like I'm just staring at my Maserati right now. But Xbot, I know you do play this on and off with the kids when there are events. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, as of right now, if they're doing the same Halloween thing that they have done the last couple of years, I'm a little kind of like, I think they should come up with something new. But what Butcher was saying, and I agree with him wholeheartedly. But I think a lot of companies are already doing, these types of events. This is almost becoming a normal thing. You look at Forza Horizon 4, which is going to have a Halloween event. You look at Festival of the Lost, on that game I can't mention right now. You got the Gears, like Crispy said. There's a lot more companies doing more kind of like special event things throughout the year, dealing with holidays, dealing with whatever. I mean, I know Blizzard with Overwatch, they go above and beyond because they even have like a Chinese New Year event and stuff like that, stuff that you wouldn't normally hear from other companies. I'm not so sure if I'm going to jump in on this Overwatch one though, because like I said, I want a new experience. I want a new kind of like event that they focus around. I kind of like the soccer thing that they did over the summer better than the Halloween event. But it's cool that they're doing that. It gives people a reason to go back and play a game that they might not have played in a while, because you're enticing them with new things to do and new things to collect.
Hey Xbot, in 2 days, do you want to play Overwatch? We could play Overwatch.
We could play what? You're gonna play something that's not PUBG? I am down. Let's go.
I have Forza on right now. What happened?
Haven't you heard that one song? I forgot what the name of it is, but they're like, "You can be my mercy," and they're like, "I don't want to be mercy."
I like Junkrat and Orisa. Those are my two favorite characters.
I am either a Zenyatta main or I'll use Pharah as well. So those are my two characters right there.
When you get the Pharah skin, you can take off her head or something.
I can hold my head under my
your
arm.
hand.
Yeah.
And
wait, what?
Yeah, like it shows her holding her head in
Is that
her
the
hand.
teleporting chick?
No.
No, that's the one.
She's the one that flies above.
Yeah.
Rains from above.
Yeah.
Justice reigns from above.
You don't sound like her bot. Please.
Yeah, I know.
So anyways, they're going to have a lot of good stuff. If you go follow them on Twitter, they do show you all the character skins and updates that are coming up. I know I'm definitely going to give it a try. I don't have a lot of time too, so it really sucks for me. But I will definitely give it a try because I know that the kids will be playing it. I know Xbot is going to be playing it. And anybody else who wants to play, you know who else plays it? Lady Foxfire. And I always have a good time when we get to play with her. So when she's on it, I'll definitely hop on and get some games in with her. Anything else you guys want to add about that?
I'm on I need one more level, then I'm at my second prestige on Overwatch. I'm very happy about that.
Speaking of prestige, I prestiged in Forza already.
Nice. I prestiged all over a sheep and Forza.
Jesus.
Hold on.
That is so bad.
That didn't come out right.
No,
oh man.
Someone's gonna get in trouble after the show. We're writing him up.
We're gonna go back and listen to the show, and we're gonna see where it went downhill. I think it was like 5 seconds ago.
Where we had said prestige or something along the lines of that. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, join me on Overwatch at some point in time over the next few weeks. So I don't know if you guys got the link I set in the chat yesterday. It was about Fortnite cheaters. I don't know if you guys
read that article, not even looking at that. So
wait, what happened?
I said I didn't even see what you had, but I read that article anyway.
Oh, nice. So scammers are taking advantage of Fortnite, and they're downloading, like people who are trying to download cheat programs. Like, I don't know why you gotta cheat and try to get free skins and stuff like that. Like, all right, so when you have an ability to fill out a survey to get a free skin, and then you have to give them your name and address. Like, okay, I don't know if people realize it's 2018 and nothing is free. Like, okay, most of the time nothing is free. Like, if you're going online and it's like telling you to fill out a survey so you can get a skin, it's not a real freaking thing.
Hold on, I
Excuse
don't
me.
tell anybody to fill out surveys, by the way.
Yeah, he does not. He doesn't make you fill out a survey and jump through hoops and, give it your left lung or something.
So there
but-
is still stuff that is free, yes.
All right, you know what I mean, though. Like, he's not giving out free skins until you fill out a survey. Hang on one sec.
Supersonic has free sheepskin.
Yes, I do.
Sheepskin. But people are trying to get free V-Bucks and, using apps to get this. They're basically phishing schemes. And, if you're using this on your PC, you can get Trojan virus. So that's way worse than, anything that can happen if you just freaking bought it in the first place. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? Like, people, obviously I know a lot of people in the gaming community are really against cheating. I know that I have filled out surveys in the past, trying to get some free whatever, Xbox monies and stuff like that. I never got them.
Weren't they getting viruses like on phones and stuff because they didn't do it through the Google
Malware.
store?
What people are doing is they're sending people surveys and stuff like that, and then it's malware that goes into whatever device that they're clicking that whole thing on, and they're stealing like information from them.
Excuse me.
Bless you. I mean, it's basically international hacking. You know what I'm saying? Send in malware and grab people's like personal information and send it back to the creator of the software. And I mean, this sounds like an Epic Games problem, because from what I read from the article, when it came to Android or when it came to putting this game out there either on Android or possibly PC, instead of going with the Google Store, which had its own kind of like security parameters set in place and stuff like that, they decided to distribute it themselves. And with doing that, you leave like that game open to certain malware being created and stuff and kind of like attached to it. And because the game's so popular, something like this was bound to happen, man. And it's kind of on Epic Games, because they said they're trying to kind of like evade that the sales tax that goes on in the Google Store. But at the end of the day, I guess you get what you pay for.
Well,
They were trying to be greedy.
My thing is, like, if you're looking for an aimbot, you get what you deserve. Like, if you're trying to find an aimbot to help you, basically
Found an aimbot right here on this show. Thank
Mel
you.
found an aimbot.
Yeah.
That
Or
aimbot
Marie.
found me. I think it was stalking me.
You
But
saw me in the window? I mean,
did.
what?
I did. But
Speaking of stalkers, Sean Murray, get the hell out of here.
why you asked for him to be here and now he's crying?
I would love to see him like creep up. You know what I'm saying? You just see the top of his head start slowly creeping up until you get to that part.
I don't
That'd
believe
be
you,
really
Xbox.
cool. That'd be really cool.
But yeah, if people are, intentionally looking for game cheats, whether, it's PUBG, whether it's Fortnite or anything like that, it's like a freaking game. Like, why do you even have to cheat in the first place? Are you that, like, much of a loser that you need to freaking get an aimbot. Oh, I just crashed my Maserati. But like the reality is, like, you can get banned from playing these games in general. Not to mention everything else that comes along with people, sending you viruses, people giving your information away. Like, there's so much worse that can happen. Like, you're lucky if you just get banned from the game for cheating.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta be careful what you click on. It's just kind of common sense stuff.
The thing is, though,
go ahead.
I think the major problem is Fortnite has brought out a lot of younger group people.
Oh yeah, indeed.
A lot of the younger generation, they don't understand a lot of this stuff quite yet, just because they are younger, and they just get excited for, oh look, I can get a free skin, or hey, sign up for this stuff and you can get a free skin. And then they tell their friends, and then their friend does it, and their friend does it, and then before they know it, all these kids put in for this, and no one gets anything because they think that they're getting something free out of it, but really they're just getting their system hacked or whatever.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, because I can't tell you how many times my kids have come to me and asked me if they can fill out a survey to get a free Fortnite this or a free V-Bucks that. And I'm like, no, those are a scam. They don't understand what a scam is. They trust everybody. They're like, oh, free candy, I don't know.
Ooh, free candy? Where?
It obviously means there's actual free candy.
Well, I think the worst part is that these kids, they can get their identity stolen so easily. And by the time they know about it, or you as a parent knows about it, you're going to be at the point where there's thousands racked up, and
it's too late.
You know what to do? You know what I mean? Like, you're going to go through like court or whatever. Like, I mean, I don't even know, what they would do. Like, they just start opening credit cards in these kids' names. I mean, all you got to do is put 18 online, and you could probably open a credit card in the kid's name.
Yeah.
So it's pretty sad that, we have to be so, in depth on what children are doing now. But I mean, this is a lesson for a lot of parents. Like, you have to see what they're doing. You have to, use those parental controls, use those things that are there already, and make sure that they can't, possibly destroy their, their credit or something before they even know what it is.
Yeah. That's a shame. It really is. I remember growing up, in my younger teen years, like, how many people of my friends whose credits were ruined just from their parents using their name, and opening up a gas bill or electric bill, and they're screwed now because their own family member decided they were gonna do something along the lines of that. So, can you imagine what a stranger would do with all that information? They don't care. They don't know you. You're nothing to them. So it's a really terrible situation. Oh my god. Oh my god, the Xbot was in here, you guys.
What happened? Zombie.
Was he just staring at you or something?
He was.
See, this is what happens when you drive to do a podcast.
My car is in a tree. Okay,
did you get busted playing a game for me?
I did.
I would never do that.
He just had his face like Sean Murraying over my computer, and he was just staring at me.
Put Sean Murray back up.
Holy shit, it's like 90 degrees in here. I'm gonna fucking die in 2 seconds. Wow, Xbot, thanks so much. No, first he came over here and he like gave me a middle finger and walked away, and I'm like, all right, whatever. And then he was just like, the next thing I know, his face was right here, and he scared the Skittles out of me, and now I need to go change my pants.
Who did what to you? Oh my goodness.
It scared the Ingrams out of her. We call Ingrams and Destiny Skittles. Like, Sean Murray, get back up here. Come back up, Sean Murray. Xbox loves you. Sony doesn't love you anymore. It's okay.
Yo, there it is.
Hi, Sean.
Yo, you guys are on drugs.
You're not allowed at Sony Studios anymore. Get out here,
Sean Murray in space.
All right, so I guess we're gonna move on to the next topic. I really need some air. I'm pretty
Are
sure.
you okay? You sound a
No.
little.
You almost gave me a heart attack live on YouTube.
I
That
just
would have
went to
been
go
really
get coffee.
disappointing.
What happened? I just. What happened?
You're a liar bot. Liar bot.
I got
first
coffee
rate.
right now. I got Iron Bean. I got Iron Bean coffee.
Oh my God! Speaking of Iron Bean, guys, Iron Bean Coffee is our show sponsor. As you can see, they're on the screen. Go to ironbeancoffee.com and check out their coffee flavors. We do drink. What is it called? Fear No Evil. Me and Xbot drink that. It's a really smoky flavored coffee, and it's absolutely amazing. You can save 15% on your coffee at checkout if you use code Coffee Casuals and Consoles, or Coffee Casuals Consoles. It's on the screen there somewhere. I really can't
Iron
think
Bean
anymore.
Coffee, the coffee that makes every day seem like the next day.
Working at your plaza,
Freshness
buddy.
It was. I'm just like still. My heart is pounding like excessively. You guys
Are you
probably
okay?
hear- Yeah, no, I'm fine. I've only had 2 cups of coffee before the show. But yeah, go visit Iron Bean Coffee. They do have great stoneware and really cute hoodies and things like that. You can't save 15% on the stoneware, but you can save it on everything else. So the code is Coffee Casuals Consoles. I do want to let you guys know that after our last episode, I had my coffee delivery a couple days ago. Usually like after every other payday or something, or after every payday, right? I get a coffee delivery. So I always know like when we do that show, like the next week I'll have coffee. And this freaking week, they sent me a t-shirt. I almost died. I was like, oh my God, look at Xbot. They sent me a t-shirt. And I was like yelling and stuff like that. So I think it was all the nice things that everybody said to them. And then they sent me a t-shirt. So
They're nice people.
they really
Like,
are. They're really cool
Yeah.
people too. They just work their asses off and make coffee. I know that sounds crazy, but they do an amazing job, and you know it's their life. Go check out their blog. But yeah. Anyways, we gotta move on here. So I'm gonna hand this one over to you guys. Telltale, Walking Dead. The final season will get its ending through Robert Kirkman's Skybound. So who wants to take the reins on this?
Xbot, go for it.
Don't everybody
Well-
raise their hand at once.
I mean, a lot of people when Telltale basically dropped 90% of their employees. They said they were keeping other people around to kind of finish their Walking Dead project, but that wasn't really true. It got to a point where people who got into this last season of Walking Dead were basically not going to get the end of the story, and that's where this company Skybound came in, and I guess they scooped up the rights to this Walking Dead story, and they went ahead and they're working with ex Telltale employees to get that story done, so this way they can finish off the episodes for that final season of The Walking Dead. In my opinion, this is really cool. And it also shows, like, it gets people talking about Skybound in terms of coming in there and taking care of something that a lot of gamers were really worried about, because they put in the money to get this season. There are a lot of Telltale like fans out there, and they at least wanted to get the end of this season of The Walking Dead. I don't know, let's Butcher, what do you think about this, man? Do you think it was Skybound came in with like the cape and the big red S on their chest and kind of like saved the day for Telltale fans, man?
I like that somebody's actually finishing it, because there was a lot of people asking, like, to your point, hey, I paid the money. What am I gonna get back? Am I gonna get anything back for shelling out for the season pass? So it's good that it's getting done, and I like that another developer picked it up. But my issues with another developer picking it up, even if they have their own people, like have Telltale developers, it kind of has me curious whether how much of that game is going to be built and constructed the way it originally would have if
The way it was meant
Telltale
to be. Yeah, I
yeah,
see what
if
you're
Telltale would have actually taken it full on, because you have a new developer, the entire team's not going to go to the new studio and help recreate this. So that's where I come from. I see it is you're going to have a bunch of new hands on this as well, and we don't know if the story is going to get altered or at all. We don't know if any of this the fine details. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, and a lot of people want a closure on the season. So I think it's definitely a benefit, but I see the downside to it as possibility of a new developer changing a little bit of it.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and it makes sense. I'm just thinking that, with the fact that Telltale pretty much went down, no more Telltale. Therefore, there's no reason to kind of put in the secret vault, kind of like their process and how they make things and stuff like that. To have people from Telltale working with Skybound, I think it's in a lot better position than if it was just Skybound saying, "Hey, we'll just take it over and finish it out." I think they're gonna stay true to it. And you got to remember, at the end of the day, I guess we can say it's better than nothing in my opinion, because Telltale really kind of screwed over their fan base when they decided that we're cutting this off, and we're done, and that was pretty much it, and they weren't even going to finish the series. So like that's like a big slap in the face, in my opinion, to the fan base of Telltale.
Yeah. It's going to give a lot of people closure, so I like that part of it.
How much of this game wasn't completed that someone else has to finish it?
That's a good question.
It's my
I heard
my
half.
Curiosity for the day. What'd you hear?
I heard half of the game wasn't completed.
Okay.
Listen, we can all say and think what we want. I mean, Kirkman's kind of a weird guy, but he cares about the brand itself.
Yeah.
And you have to realize that they already own the license, and they, allowed, the licensing to them. So I'm assuming that, because, Kirkman, I'm sure, still has licensing to like most of the Walking Dead products, that they probably got it for nearly nothing. You know what I mean? So they're probably just saying, hey, look, we're not just going to let you guys, the people that bought all this stuff, the season pass or whatever it was, and you're just going to let them just, eat that cost, and nobody's going to do nothing about it. I think, he took it personally and said, hey, I'm going to do something about this. And, luckily the Telltale just said, hey, here, maybe they sold it for pennies. Who knows? You know what I mean? But, they just gave it back. You really don't know. But, I mean, it's definitely I'm a huge Walking Dead fan. And,
Yep.
I haven't got into those Telltale games, but at the same time, I hear people, loving them, and maybe they don't watch the show like I do. You know what I mean? Maybe they like that part. Maybe they need some kind of ending to that part. Like we're supposedly getting some kind of, maybe it's not an ending, but it's like a new beginning for the show. So, I mean, at the least you could do that, and maybe he's going to take over the whole thing, and maybe if they do well. You know what I mean? They can add to the story, and that would be pretty cool.
Jago says final season is fantastic. Here's the deal. Like, I didn't know that this was ex Telltale employees. I thought it was a skeleton crew left there working with them. So, is that true?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
What was the question?
Xbot said that this is ex-employees with this new company making it. I thought it was the skeleton crew that's left there finishing it. So, which one is it?
What I read, it was ex-employees coming in to help Scalebound like finish it up. Basically, I guess if I have to read between the lines, like everything that Butcher thought might happen, I think this is the reason why the Telltale people are there, to make sure it doesn't, and it stays true to the story that they started, and they're gonna finish it out like that.
That's cool.
I just
wish...
have a question real quick. I think he said Scalebound. Xbot did.
I said Skybound.
He said Scalebound.
See, that's all your fault, lady.
It is.
Before.
One thing I would love to see them do is to donate a portion of this, because they didn't. All these employees left without severance or anything. They were just fired. Like, I'd love to see a portion of the game donated to these families that Telltale screwed over.
That would actually be really nice, but I don't know if that would happen. Guess we would find out, right?
There's probably a large majority of ex-employees.
Yeah, you were gonna say it too.
I know, I was about to say it too.
Yes.
Ex-employees that aren't going back to help work on that because they probably already got new positions or were offered new positions elsewhere. So they're probably like, no, I'm not going to go back and help. But, you know, I think whoever does go back and uses their experience will help it. But I just think that the story is not going to be the same. I think it's going to have a little bit different direction than it normally would have. And we don't know that because we don't know what the first-hand story was. But I just think when you have a different company in different hands doing something, you always have a different direction no matter what.
Have any of us started playing this last season? I haven't.
I don't play The Walking Dead on Telltale games.
Telltale. No.
It's not for me.
It's kind of like, for example, at my work, if my competition closed down, right, and half their people moved over to our business, and we took on one of their projects, would we do their project our way or would we do their project their way? Because it would now be part of our business.
We do it our way.
You see what I'm saying? That's the thing is like, you know, that's where I'm saying is they're going to do it their way with help of the ex-employees. So,
I mean, it's disappointing, but the reality is you want to have your own flair, you want to have your own name, so they would probably try to keep you know, the fans of the game happy, but they would definitely add their own to it to make it, you know, theirs, I guess you could say, for lack of a better term. So I was curious to see what else Skybound has made, because I didn't know, honestly, before we even started talking about this. And it looks like they've done the Long Dark, and what is it, Slime Rancher. So that's cute because you know, I like Slime Rancher. It's a fun game. The Long Dark looks very cartoony. I've not played that. Is that the one where you have like multiple people? Oh no, that's the one where you're in the snow and like an apocalypse.
Snow woods, yeah. It's like you're kind of stuck out in the middle of nowhere, and like you're finding like cabins and stuff and crafting to survive.
I think that they're more than qualified to take this game over and do a great job. You know, I think it's going to be something that people are going to be pleasantly surprised with, to be honest. You know, they're going to just be disappointed up front and be like, that's not fair. But you know what? At least it's getting done.
Yeah, that's cool. Definitely. I'm glad it's getting done. We can have Clementine or closing to Clementine and see what happens instead of always wondering.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite name. Xbot, did you have something that you wanted to add, or anybody want to add?
No, I'm just wondering, like, cause you see, Butcher, thank you, man. Now you got me. You got the negative side of Xbot thinking about this, and I'm like, man, you know, Telltale, they made their own engine and everything to support exactly what they do with these games. Like with Skybound, you don't have that engine or anything, so you have to build it.
Sorry.
Okay.
What the hell?
Crazy.
I had to open the door because it's like 900 degrees in here.
I think that was a Maserati. Yeah.
Sean Murray is hiding down there, so it's okay.
Sean Murray is not hiding.
Sean Murray.
It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see, you know, when these other episodes come out, like what people think. Did somebody sneeze?
That's my laugh.
Oh, okay. It was close enough. Bless you, sir. But what?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
That was Xbox. Really.
I'm done. That's it. Next topic. Yeah.
We have topics?
There's no space cats on here this time. So
There is no space cats. Like, what is that?
I love Space Cat. Oh no, Space Cat. I love Space Cat, the person. This cat was specifically put on here for Lady Foxfire, and you could have put a cuter kitty on there.
Hey,
But
that cat is adorable, and I don't want to hear anything else about it. She just wants more cats.
I have an idea. Put Sean Murray on there and have the cat taking a dump on his head.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. You could do that on your own stream. No dumping.
Tune in next week as the cat takes a dump on Sean Murray's head.
Wow. You guys, I don't know what is wrong with you people tonight.
Oh shit.
I don't know, but after all that, I'm done. I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. Off the rails, people.
Sean Murray and
Clementine.
Nintendo Switch revisions. Let's talk about these Nintendo Switch revisions that have been being discussed. I know Xbot was talking about this on next podcast. You know, if any of you guys, like Crispy, if you want to go on about it, because I know you've read about it, if you want to take the reins from there, and then we'll move to Xbot and Butcher Van and then Supersonic.
I've read about it.
I would imagine you did.
Not,
I just
not this
accused
one.
you.
I've seen the pictures. I mean, what's the specs for the screen now? Like 1080p or? I mean,
We don't. It's still
1440.
pretty much. It's still pretty much rumor. What happened is people think that, you know, somebody inside Nintendo headquarters, whether it's a shareholder or somebody like that, leaked out information of the possibility of an upgraded Switch coming out basically around this time next year. They talked about a couple things like improvements with the screen, whether that's resolution, and other kind of like hardware upgrades that would be involved in this new version of the handheld. And I don't know, it's interesting to me because I think the Switch released in 2017. Is that anybody know offhand? I think it was 2017.
I want to
right?
say you're correct.
yeah, I think you're right.
So
it's
within
been like a year and change.
Within 2 years, they're already coming up with even I don't know, because I know in the console space we know mid-gen refreshes now with the Pro and the X, but after 2 years, they might be coming out with something that's improved.
You know what I think though? Like, I mean, I think these consoles are going to go to that, like a 2 year, like. I mean, how many times are we going to buy an $800 iPhone or an $800?
We always buy them because we're
you know,
fools.
like, come on, like they're just thinking like, hey, if these cell phones sell, and you know they don't, you really can't. You can play games, but do you play games like you do on a console? Hey, maybe we can do that too, and maybe Nintendo is just kind of like buying into that finally. If they upgrade the screen, they fix the problems it has. I mean, the darn thing cracks and everything. I mean, I've seen multiple upon multiple videos, or just, like thousands upon thousands of people like having like the same issues. Like, if you're gonna fix those things, great. Maybe I'll buy it. You know what I mean? I love like Smash Brothers and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I love those old Nintendo games. I loved N64, playing GoldenEye and all that. I mean, it was always fun to me. So like, I mean, even that's when Smash Brothers came out. I loved playing Smash Brothers on the N64, and if I could take that with me, that would be pretty cool. But I don't trust what they're putting out right now. So hopefully they can upgrade the entire system, not just internally, but what they're building. Like, are you gonna use the cheapest plastic, or you really gonna upgrade it? Like that's what they need to do.
And this is coming from a company that tried to sell everybody cardboard. So just take that with a grain of salt. But yo, Crispy, one thing I wanted to say is I love your analogy with the whole kind of like phones and buying the next $800 phone.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Only thing different about that though, if you think about it, with cell phones, they do have trade-in like specials and stuff like that. So like I think that would be one place where they need to step up.
Yeah, but we take that page from Mooch. You know how many times he's referenced doing that with the console. I mean, come on. I mean, it's serious. Like, if they bring out the console, you got to probably a month and a half to get more than half of the percentage of what you paid for what you have, as long as you have the newest console. So, like, let's say they came out with the Scarlet and I had the Xbox One X. GameStop, because they're struggling anyway, they'll say, hey, we'll give you $300. You know what I mean? And you can take that, and then the Xbox One S will say, okay, we'll give you $150.
I know, but Nintendo, they're greedy as hell when it comes to like even dropping prices for their hardware and stuff like that. So I would still be kind of like on the fence with them doing any type of trade-in program or anything like that. One upgrade I would love seeing, and my boy Crap Gamer says no way in hell. With these hardware upgrades and updates, put in a slot that lets people play their 2DS and 3DS games. And I think it would be a no-brainer buy.
Hell yeah, that would be cool.
I don't know. What do you think, Ohsnaps?
I do want to go back on what Crispy had said about the cell phones. Like, from a console standpoint or a handheld, whatever, any of the gaming industry, they could be looking at it as, you know what, we're missing money like right now because we could be putting out a new model every year and people are still gonna buy it regardless. Like, obviously you're gonna have your people who are mad and be like, I just bought the new one, now they want me to upgrade, blah blah blah. You
gotta do that voice more, by the way.
I'm not talking anymore. But obviously, like, people, they always want the next best thing, and they're going to pay for the next best thing. So yeah, if they have some type of trade-in program, like, I mean, is this actually happening, or is this just like a speculation of it might happen?
It might happen. It might happen. It was kind of like a leak that came out. I think, it wasn't Kotaku, but a couple of the gaming media sites ran with articles saying that, either it's somebody who is a shareholder in Nintendo or somebody close to them kind of leaked out this information.
Okay. I mean, I guess we'll see in the near future. Butcher Van, do you have anything that you'd like to speak on this?
Well, since I owned a Switch, I don't own a Switch anymore, but I think the two downsides I saw to owning a Switch were the battery life. I can't stand the battery life on that thing. I think battery technology definitely needs to change if they're going to have a handheld. And then the other thing too is it didn't feel very solid to me. I always felt like I was going to break it. And that was another problem is like when I held the Joy-Cons on the unit, it always had this kind of flimsy feel, and I just didn't care for that. I wanted something to feel a little bit more premium. And so if it was up to me, that's what I would choose. I would choose a battery upgrade and a material upgrade. But as far as the screen goes, I mean, if they try to upgrade the screen, put a 1080p in there or whatever, they're going to have to upgrade the battery too, because the battery life is already horrible.
Well, what I'm hearing, my bad, but what I'm hearing about the screen is, hold on. My bad. What I'm hearing about the screen is they're actually using older technology when it comes to the screen on the Switch that actually uses more of the battery than kind of like the newer screens are doing on other devices. And I think they're saying they're going to upgrade the screen in order to also give more battery life to the Switch itself.
So
which I agree, it makes a lot of sense. If you're going to upgrade the screen, make a more efficient screen, but that's only part of the situation. They have to actually go in there and make the thing work and run better than it does.
Yeah, higher frames per second, something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All the time, like people have like serious frame drop. Like maybe keep it at 720. Put an energy saving screen there, and then just up the processing power per se, and then make the thing like feel like you're holding something. I mean, you go and hold an Elite controller like I got, and then you go and hold a regular Xbox controller, and you're like, man, this Elite controller's got some heft to it. Like I feel like I'm holding something. And that's something that if you're using better materials, I mean, you're probably not going to have the problems you have. So,
not only that too, but my my NVIDIA Shield, I have an NVIDIA Shield that can play video games. That thing runs video games better than my Nintendo Switch. And it has the same processor that's in the Nintendo Switch. So it has the Tegra 1. So they can say what they want, but they are not optimizing that Switch to play games the way it has the power to do. So
that's interesting right there.
So
yeah.
I want to talk about this because of the issue with the durability. Now, from what I was reading online, my nose is itchy every time I talk, like I'm ready to sneeze again. From what I understand, a lot of times people, they had like cracks in the plastic or in the screen because overheating. I didn't have mine long enough to even experience that. I had it for maybe 2 months and then I got rid of it because it literally sat on the dock. And then I'd play it for a few minutes here and there, and then it'd sit on the dock again. I took it on a trip with me and then put it back. You know, and then the kids want one. The kids are constantly talking about, I want a Nintendo Switch. I want a Nintendo Switch. My kids managed to break a Wii U. So I'm not even going to trust them with a Switch because those are definitely too flimsy. They're too fragile of a machine to be giving them to 10 and 11. Well, they're going on 11, 10-year-olds. And it scares me. I don't know. Maybe it's my kids. Maybe my kids are just rough with stuff. I know one of our kids, he breaks like a charger for anything he touches. Like he just looks at it and poof.
Charger. He can't go near any one of them.
Yeah, he'll plug it into a controller and somehow it's broken. He'll plug it into like the wall, it's broken. It's like it doesn't matter what it is. If he even looks at a charger, it's broken. So you know that's a big fear of mine, and I feel like yeah, maybe it's our parenting where there's an issue, but it's not. Like there was a period where I was like, maybe it's my fault, you know, but it's not. Like the kids are just rough. They're they're boys and they beat stuff up. But it took how long have we had the Wii U for?
Oh,
quite a few years now, right?
Yeah.
And it's just managed to almost kick the bucket. I'm not sure if it fully has. I could bring him over here and ask him, but I'm not going to do that right now.
Well, the Wii U was really durable. It was, again, the wires that they ended up breaking and stuff like that.
No, I think the gamepad is broken too. You know, we told them a while ago, you break that, it's done. You have no more Wii U. But they did manage to break it. I mean, granted, it took them some time, but still, so that gives me a lot of fear when I even consider getting them a Switch. Where I'm like, I'm not paying $300 for you to break it in less than a month because I know my kids, they will. But yeah. Anybody else want to chime in?
Yeah, okay. Take this with a grain of salt, but that cat is taking a dump on Sean Murray's head. No. So like the only thing I heard is they're gonna do an OLED screen on it. It's gonna be a brighter screen, a longer battery, but that's all just rumors. So don't hold me to that. Maybe Nintendo's gonna maybe Nintendo's gonna make a little thing where they can do VR. I don't know. Who knows?
I thought they were gonna do VR. I really did.
They can't. They could do it. I mean, they could make a little device.
Sonic, stop with the VR, man. Every device, you're like, they can do VR on that one.
Oh my god, you guys! Don's in my game, and he just rammed my car. Sorry.
Is he stuck in the mud?
I was in the mud.
I think Blades was in there too. He was stalking you. Took pictures on Twitter.
He's driving that little shit car that's really fast. I'm sorry. I should be... No, Don, stop distracting me. See this? They went into my game.
With Nintendo, I just don't trust Nintendo. I don't buy Nintendo anything anymore. I don't trust them. As I said on prior podcasts on here, I don't trust them because they took my whole game library. Because that was on the... What was it? The Wii? So if you didn't have your library, your games were tied to that console. So do all your games and saves carry over from Switch to Switch? Is that cloud gaming thing working correctly and all that for them?
I have no idea.
Okay, fuck Nintendo. That's all I got to say.
I think we should
say that. What happened?
I think we should end on that note.
Yeah, we're gonna move on because
sorry.
We have to be off before The Walking Dead comes on. So can you stop, please? Thank you.
Yeah, whoever's doing that.
You asswipe. Butchervan, can you talk a little bit about the Microsoft XO18? I know that's coming November 10th. What do you think that we'll see there? Well, I'm not
Um,
going, but on there.
You know what's funny is I've been listening to a lot of podcasts, a lot of people talking about what they think they'll see, and um, trying to dig deep into the whole Phil Spencer thing on why he was on Inside Xbox and talking about it and acquiring Rare 15 years ago and all this stuff. But I think people are trying to dig a little bit too deep
Yes, thank
into
you.
this. And
Thank
the reason why I say this is because, okay, Xbox has been trying to make something for the fans bigger and better than FanFest for the last couple of years. And they wanted to bring back XO, but they wanted to do it correctly and do it in the right way. And because they know FanFest has been getting overrun. So I think of it more as kind of a bigger version of FanFest. We all know Sony has PSX. Xbox wanted a PSX for themselves. That's what they want. They wanted a PSX for themselves. That's what XO is. That's what they wanted. So that's where I see that happening. And a lot of people are going, oh, they're going to do this and they're going to do this and do all this. But when it comes down to it, I think it was just a platform that they can have, and they can take it to different locations like FanFest, and they can just show what they like to do, and they want to bring as many people as they can. Like they announced saying there's going to be more than 10,000 people there, at XO, and they're just trying to get more and more people involved. And FanFest is so small that they can't do it that way, the way they want to properly. Yeah, there will be games, there'll be first party and third party games, but it's all speculation. Nobody knows what actually will be there.
Yeah.
And, I don't think there was any reasoning to why Phil Spencer said the things that he said on Inside Xbox, or on it, other than that he was just trying to explain that they're bringing XO back in grand form, and they want it to be popular to the fans of Xbox.
I mean, it's always gonna be popular to the fans. I wish I could go to a fan fest, but I have not had the opportunity. And I know there's a lot of people where this is gonna be in Mexico City?
Yes.
Okay. So there's people who are in the lower area of the United States where they can't come to something like over across seas or in Redmond, Washington or whatever. So, the fact that it's going to be in Mexico City, there's a lot of people that will be able to get to go that wouldn't have the opportunity to go to another fan fest like in California or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So it spreads the love, I guess, for lack of a better term. I'm a little jealous because they never come over here and do anything over here. But
Can I say one more thing too?
Yeah. No.
So E3 has been kind of in this weird flux over the last 5 years or so, where E3's kind of died out a little bit for game reveals, and a lot of these other companies have been trying to figure out other ways to show their games off, at other times throughout the year. So this just gives Xbox another opportunity to show off what they have more than just at E3. And that's where I see this coming out as, is they're making this expansion because they want to have multiple times throughout the year where they can show their game releases in grand form. And I just think a lot of people are taking it too far when they're digging way too deep, deeper than they should, for at least this first one.
Yeah, there's people talking like the Scarlet is going to be shown at XO. It's going to come out 2019. They're going to show that they acquired like 3 studios and all. Man, like me personally, I want to keep it lowered expectations. They've done this when Inside Xbox came out and stuff, and I feel like Inside Xbox had some really good shows. I thought they went a little too long, kind of like maybe on one topic or something like that. But at the end of the day, man, I just want to tell people, and I'm probably going to keep telling people this all the way through until November. Don't expect the moon and the stars. So this way, if you do get that, you're that much like happier and more surprised and more entertained by the show than you would be if you expected absolutely everything and you only got like 20% of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think, unfortunately, people always have expectations and then they're disappointed.
When is this event?
November.
November
November.
10th, I think.
Here's what's gonna happen. Okay, they're gonna have more couches. They're gonna sell more controllers. They're gonna push Game Pass. They'll probably do. I think the biggest thing that would come out of this is that they showed an Elite controller, which I don't care about that either. I'm holding my expectations very low. Hopefully they have the hot Cuphead chick come on there or something and do that Cuphead DLC. But yeah, I expect lots of more controllers. They're gonna show other countries that they need to own these controllers, and custom design lab controllers, Elite controllers, subscriptions, Game Pass, Xbox. So I think that's what we're gonna see.
Sir, Game Pass is great. Okay, I don't know
You hate
why.
It's cool. Like, I understand. I was talking to Graphic God, and like, I understand his situation, and I understand people. It is very good for people on a budget. I do understand that now, so I'm gonna give you that. But I don't like stuff being shoved down my throat, like controllers and.
That's not what I heard. Oh!
Sean Murray,
I just pulled the Kavanaugh. Yeah.
Xbox,
Get
don't
down.
ever say that
man.
again on my show or you're done. Ever.
Said that in front of Sean Murray. Sean Murray, your ears can't hear this. Go back down there.
He's on his way. Wow.
Sound right.
You're a horrible
That's a-
man, bot.
That's a good one. But
Yeah,
my,
you are, bot. What?
my expectations are low, but if they do show cool stuff, then I'll be very happy. I think it's cool that they're doing it, so I'll give them that, I guess.
You guys suck. Anybody want to add anything?
Did you just say you guys suck like really quick? Like you guys suck.
Well, not Butchervan and Crispy Bomb. They're pretty cool.
They are pretty awesome. They are
like,
pretty awesome.
I try, bot. I try.
They're the ones who have
I'm
to
not-
push the envelope.
There was a point where I wasn't part of the panel, but I think I've gotten there just without being.
Crazy
I-
ass people.
You mind if I chime in?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they held back a lot on Gamescom. Honestly, it was one of the most underwhelming things I've ever watched, to be honest. And I think that was for a reason. I think that they shut down the Elite Controller 2 rumors because they're trying to like make this XO18 be like their own E3. And it's just funny that PSX isn't going to happen this year, and we're going to get an actual Xbox conference. I think they're going to do a lot better.
Sorry, Sean
He's trying
Murray.
to speak.
I'm not saying that it's going to be a real conference because I don't think that what PSX has done in the past is very whelming. Doesn't make you feel good about yourself when
Their
you're watching.
the first PSX was decent, and it just like it went downhill. Wow.
So I have a little speculation about what you're going to see besides the new Elite controller. I think that might happen. The reason why it's in Mexico City is because Mexico is some of the biggest Gears fans.
Oh.
They absolutely destroy me all the time. They piss me off, okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, you go to an event, like I watch the esports and everything for Gears, and their events are like hundreds of thousands of people. Like they just jam pack everything. And they
That's
are
crazy.
And I'm just going to tell you right now, when I saw Mexico City, I was like, they're probably going to announce something something simple for Gears. It might be the movie. How long have we been talking about a movie for Gears? You never know.
Forever.
You know what I mean? But they're clearly still doing work on it. I haven't heard them like stop working on it. So, I think like it's going to be multiple things that they're going to announce, but it's not going to be hardware. I don't think it's going to be hardware.
Why is there no PSX this year? Because they have nothing to talk about, nothing to show.
They said that they don't have enough to show.
I'll tell you why. I got easy answer.
Sean Mary's here. That's why.
No, new console. This is all Sony's getting for PS4. I think that we're gonna get this new PS5 sooner than later, and that's my thoughts. That's my predictions.
I think that's a bad thing if Sony releases it next year. Just saying.
Why is that?
I don't think the price point for the technology is quite there yet, and I think that's why a lot of like Xbox and everything, everybody's saying 2020, 2021, is because even to put a Ryzen and all that stuff in, and I think it's just going to still be a little too expensive for what you're going to get. And this next console iteration needs to be a big enough jump for people to have to justify a reason to buy it.
Sony did put in a patent. My bad, just real quick. Sony did put in a patent. We actually covered this on next podcast, and it deals with forwards and backwards compatibility. So, they can come out with a system, and if people don't really go crazy at first for that system, they'll still go into really what makes money in the industry and buy the software, because it'll still run on their PS4 if they decide they're going forwards and backwards compatible, man.
They have to do the backwards compatible stuff. They really do, because they got such a huge player base. They would lose everything. So, I mean, that's a given. You're gonna be able to play your old Sony games, the PS4 games, on the PS5.
Yeah. The other thing too is patents aren't a telltale sign of what's going to happen either, because Nintendo patented a thing 4 years ago that they have a device that plugs into their other device that powers that device and gives it more power. So it's like a secondary unit that gives it more power, and that's why a lot of people thought that they were going to do VR, because then they'd have like a second box that they could plug in for VR, and that never ended up coming out. So
I'm not saying like it's a given, but it is a better sign. Like, at the end of the day, I don't want to see PlayStation go anywhere. And with like the signs of Amazon and Google kind of looking at the console industry and kind of like licking their chops, and they want to get in on this business as well. I thought it was kind of imperative that Sony kind of evolves with the industry and with the times. And Microsoft, they're talking forwards and backwards compatibility. I think Amazon and Google, once they get into this space and they start putting out hardware, their second series of hardware, they're going to do the same thing. So I wanted to see any sign that Sony would kind of be there to go along in the industry as well. And that's the first sign I see that they might actually evolve with console gaming and moving forward. So I'm excited for it, but I'm not saying that it's a given. By no means am I saying that, man.
Yeah.
They have I mean, even with with all their VR stuff, they have to do backwards compatible. They do, and they are doing a PSVR 2 also. So.
I can't even say anything. But in all seriousness, why are you going to not do it all of a sudden after you've done it for how many years in a row? There's a reason, because you already released Spider-Man, so you have nothing. What are you going to do? You're going to take E3 and put it into your PSX? I mean, we can all say that, PlayStation's going to come out with PlayStation 5 and it's going to be this amazing console. But guess what? I play on Xbox One X, and I guarantee you're not upgrading it that much. Okay? So you're going to stay here, and you're probably going to wait and actually do a real E3 next year. And that's why they're doing this. They don't want this cockamamie, we're going to go to the panel and we're going to talk to people. And we're gonna show these lame games. Everybody goes on the, Xbox does this and that. But when they do a freaking press conference, they really do it.
Yeah.
And they don't mess around. They're not playing games. They're showing you game after game. Phil Spencer is not a freaking, gonna joke around with people. You know, the only jokes you got were when Gears Pop came out, and the end of the conference when you got to see Cyberpunk, which everybody was like, "Oh my god, it's awesome how they did that."
And they had real codes up there. They were
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, the 500 Gears of War codes. What's his face? Who's the promoter? That guy,
Ferguson?
Aaron Greenberg. He was supposed to give out 500 Gears of War codes that still haven't ever been given out.
Oh, I know about that. Didn't hear about that.
No idea what you're talking about.
I watched it live.
So then I can hand them out. No, I'm just. But seriously, I mean, we're looking at, you know, they don't have a great, you know, they have their exclusives. You know, it's like the developer. Exclusive. Well, guess what? Okay, nobody wants to show your games. I mean, I didn't see Red Dead at the E3 stage. I didn't see anybody. And you didn't do PSX, and you're not going to show that? Because you know Xbox One X is going to show it better. That's the end of the discussion. And so you're going to sit here and you're going to, what? You're going to release PS5? It better be a really good upgrade. You know what I mean? You better change the damn controller, for the love of God. I mean, I would play PlayStation, but my hands cramp all the freaking time. Like, I have big hands. You know what I mean? Like, I can't play that. You know, the Xbox controller is just bar none. I never have a problem. I never sit there and say I have to stop playing because my hands hurt. You know, but I play PlayStation. It's like, forget it. So why am I going to buy it if I can't even play it for more than like 2 hours? That's not right. You know, you got all these exclusives that are like single player, and they take, you know, 20 hours or whatever. And what, I got to stop because my hands hurt? Come on, change the controller. You know, I mean, clearly Nintendo already knows. They released a Pro controller, and it looks exactly like an Xbox controller.
It does.
You know, like
you can get an Xbox controller for the PS4 if like if that really bothers you. But I'm being honest here. I'm being totally honest. The games aren't gonna look that much different. They never did when it was all over the media that PS4 looked better than Xbox One when they first launched. I had both. They both look the same. The games look the same. They don't look that much. They don't look different now. Like, I can't really even tell on either. Like, I play both consoles.
But I mean, I have an X, like I said. I mean, I can tell. I mean, easily.
I can't tell. They both look good. And the new consoles are both gonna look good on both consoles. I'm just saying.
I mean, there are some games. I'm gonna be really honest here. There's some games on PlayStation when it comes to the art style and the technique in which they made the game look absolutely incredible, especially on the base PS4 for like what they are actually dealing with hardware. When you're looking at like Uncharted 4 looks absolutely incredible, and I have no idea how they did it on the PS4 with the hardware that it has. Like that and on the other side, when you look at Xbox, I have to go, I know Crispy's gonna love this, I have to go Gears, man. What they've done visually with Gears 4, that was absolutely outstanding. And we're seeing now with like Forza Horizon 4, I think we're seeing another leap graphically on Xbox. But I'm not gonna downplay, you know, some of the games are on the PS4 that do look absolutely incredible, yeah.
But you guys think that you would like go nuts if they announced a first party exclusive?
I'm
like,
not
just
gonna go nuts.
What was the question?
If they announced a first party exclusive, maybe it's not in 2019, maybe it's in 2020. But let's say they just announced one. You know what I mean? Like I'm hearing Battletoads, and obviously that's, you know, they're gonna keep the Battletoads the way it is. You know, maybe make it look a little better, whatever. But you know, maybe they release, you know, say, hey, we're doing this project. I mean, would you honestly say that it was a success if they just said one thing that they were doing and it's 2 years out?
No, I think they would have to do more than one. And it's something I've been asking for them to do at kind of like the last couple E3s. I know Phil Spencer likes to show things that are like 12 to like 18 months out in terms of actually coming out, you know, on the platform. But to me, I feel like you have to tease the gamers out there with the future of the platform. So like, you know, even if it's like a CGI trailer of like Fable and maybe, you know, put out there that Splinter Cell is coming and possibly exclusive or something like that. I think it has to be more than one thing if they are going to go that route. It would have to be a couple things to, you know, to really fill
hold on, stop, Xbox. Hold on.
Oh boy.
What?
Oh boy.
Look at the screen. Sean Murray, you stay away from those dildo sticks.
Oh,
It's say that.
It's right in his head.
Bilbo Wicks.
Bilbo Wicks? That sounds really bad right there.
They might poke your eyes out, Sean Murray.
Put him beneath his nose or something.
What?
Put one stick in his mouth.
Okay. So, anyways, continue what you're saying.
Oh.
He's having way too much fun with this stuff right now. I'm just saying.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go on.
But no, that's what I'm saying, Crispy. Like, if it's one thing, I don't think you can really go there and put out one thing like that. I think it would have to be kind of like a series of things. Like, get 2 or 3 announcements, some CGI trailers, maybe something even a little bit more than that for it to, like, to really...
I think you're, like, blowing your load too early. No pun intended.
I said if they're gonna go that route, I think they would have to do more than one thing. Though.
Well, they got to do something. I mean, Gamescom. I'm sorry, like they didn't do shit.
Well, they're gonna announce stuff. The way I wanted it to say it is, I think people are just overhyping it and they're just getting a little ahead of themselves, saying, "Oh, they're gonna announce this and they're gonna show us this," and you know, like.
Oh, I agree with you.
I just don't understand what the reasoning why people get all excited about it is like you're hyping yourself up for something that if they don't show it, then now you're gonna be super disappointed, and then you're gonna be mad at Xbox because they didn't show you something, and maybe that's not the platform that they wanted to have their releases. Maybe they still want to keep E3 as their main title, you know, platform to show what they have in store.
But I think that's just us being overcritical of our preferred platform, to be honest with you. I mean, you could sit there and you could say what you want, but when I watch E3 from Xbox and when I watch E3 from PlayStation, I mean, PlayStation, I wanted to shut it off, you know.
That was crazy.
After the first 10 minutes, and I'm just going to leave it at that.
You didn't like the part where they were in the tent and stuff?
And I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what is this? And, you know, that's the thing. Like, you know, I think they're trying to think for us. You know what I mean? Like, if you're an Xbox gamer, I think they're thinking for us. And I think maybe for once they're going to say, you know what, we're just going to put the people that want to see us first rather than the people that are going to criticize us. You know what I mean? And maybe they'll do that. And, like, I'm just hoping for that. I'm not hoping for, like, some kind of, like, ridiculous, like, announcement, but I think they definitely held back at games. I think, you know, they really, with Forza coming out and everything, like, they just focused on those things and that's it, because they know that, you know, in the European market, that's what it is. But, you know, I mean, it might be Mexico City, but it's still North America.
Wow.
We still have similar tastes. So, you know, I mean, it might be a shooter. It might be some, you know, updates. It might be something. I mean, you know, hopefully it's something that we all like rather than just a bunch of, like, you know, random stuff.
PUBG.
But yeah, PUBG, there you go.
PUBG VR.
Maybe fix
Yes.
it.
That would be awesome. Guys, we do have to wrap it up though. I just quickly want to touch on the supposed name changes that we might be able to acquire on PSN. I know that there was a developer that had mentioned that we might be able to change our names on PlayStation. I don't use my PlayStation anymore. I don't understand why this is such a difficult task, because we've been able to do this for years upon years on Xbox. So, I mean, to me, I guess I really don't understand it. But I want to know your guys' thoughts on it, because obviously, if you're a PlayStation gamer, this is, like, great for you. You know, like, I wouldn't want one of my old gamer tags that I've had, like, I don't even want to say it on air. Like, I won't even tell anybody it. Because it's just so embarrassing, you know, and we all go through a phase where we just, we just think we're cool and we're embarrassing, and then you realize how stupid it is. So, if you made a PSN ID that was really stupid and embarrassing, you can't change it unless you lose everything.
Did you see my name on PSN?
Yoshida Balls?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
I need to change that. No, I'm happy for PlayStation owners, but it's kind of about time. But on the same side, I still don't like that we have to pay on Xbox $10 to change our name. I think that's stupid too.
It is a little excessive. I do agree that is very pricey.
But they give you one for free, so I mean.
I don't think I've ever received a free one, to be honest with you.
When you first sign up for an account, they give you a gamer tag, right? And then you can change and make your gamer tag anything you want it.
If they give you one and then you change it for free, and then
that's one free change, you get to pick it, right?
That's not fair though, because like if they are like Creative Unicorn and I'm like, you know what, I hate this name, I want it to be Badass Unicorn, and then I'm like, 3 months later I'm like, you know what, I got 100,000 gamer score, that'll never happen for me, but whatever. I have a whole bunch of gamer score and I really need to change my name again because Badass Unicorn or Unicorn Badass or whatever I chose, it's just not suiting me anymore. I want to be like a horse now, and then I have to pay to change it. But the first one you should be able to pick, and then the free one you should be able to pick, in my opinion. Like, they don't give you a name and then be like, oh, you get to change it for free for once, You're never getting to select your first one.
Right.
That's just the way I view it,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. Anybody else's opinion on this? Chime in anytime, yeah.
Yeah, that was the one thing, is like whether or not they're going to charge people on PlayStation Network. And again, this is only a rumor. I know this is Kotaku actually had a screenshot of I guess like internal documentation that said edit username when it came to PlayStation Network. Now, my one thing is like what I'm wondering is if they're going to charge people or not on that platform. And then if they don't charge people, what does that mean over on Xbox's side? Because I know a lot of people talk about the free-to-play games and how those are kind of locked behind gold in terms of playing them online. Like, would this be another thing that they throw into that barrel? Even though when it comes to PlayStation, like something that Xbox has over PlayStation is cloud data saves. No matter if you have gold or not, it's just something that's automatic and it's there. Where on the PlayStation side, that's actually locked behind a paywall with PlayStation Plus. But I wonder if they let you do it free of charge, what would happen on the Xbox platform?
See, my real question that I would have, instead of PlayStation allowing a name change, would be, are they going to do a big culling of the non-used name tags out there? Because there's an overabundance of names out there that are used that no one ever uses, and to find an actual name on PlayStation is really hard. Like harder than Xbox. Xbox, you have spaces and you have other different ways that you can make your name tag. But on PlayStation, it's like XOXX54321 to get your name, right? And I think if they're going to do this name change thing right, then they should do what Xbox did a long time ago, and all the accounts that haven't been used in so long, say, hey man, recycle them and reuse them, because that's my thing, is like, there's a bunch of names that I'd like to have, but I don't want to have a bunch of X's and O's in front of them.
I don't believe you.
Well, that's a great point, because a lot of those names that aren't being used right now are a direct result of you can't change your name. So a lot of people made accounts and stuff like that, and they moved on kind of like from either their older accounts that are just sitting there in limbo. So that's a great point right there as well.
I think after, a year or two of inactivity, they should just automatically say, you know what, it's going up for bid. Recycle. Something like that. That'd be cool if you could bid on a name. I'm just saying.
Bid on a name?
Yeah, like someone had OhSnap Its Mel, so I had to do like M3L. But like, if you could bid on a name, that'd be really cool. Like, auction off a name. Anyways, anybody else have anything to add on this?
No, they should have done it a long time ago. End of discussion.
True story.
That's it. Cut and dry.
Don't
right
get
there.
how it's 2018 and you still don't have the ability to change your PSN ID. That's just nonsense.
Whether locked behind a paywall or not. I mean, I have an example where people, when my original Xbox name was different, it was still Crispy Bomb, but people would call me Crisp Pie Bomb.
From now on, you are Crisp Pie Bomb.
And then I finally spaced it with Gears of War in between, and people were like, never had a problem again. Never had somebody say anything.
Crisp
and that
Pie
was my
Bomb.
free one, and that was 10 years ago. That was when 360 first came out. So, you know, I mean, you got to give people the option, whether you lock it behind the paywall or not. Like, just do something, you know. And if they're smart, yeah, they're not going to charge you for it. Right? I mean,
yeah,
you know,
and then it would force Xbox to not charge us for them, which that would probably never happen.
And that's where competition is a beautiful
True
and
story.
I'll take.
True story. All right, guys, we gotta wrap up the show because it's almost Walking Dead time. Who's excited?
Ooh, like a 40-year-old with a comb over?
Don't ever say that again, bot. I really hate when you say that. With a passion.
Sean Murray looks like he has a comb over.
He might.
A little bit.
Whoa, I'm at a beach. How cool. Okay, pause.
Are you playing a game? Oh,
No,
snap.
I am not playing a game. All right, Monkey Punch is excited for Walking Dead. Jago's excited. What's up, Longshot? Long time no see. Guys, go watch The Walking Dead if you're one of the fans. We're gonna get out of here. Xbot, you want to let people know where they can find you and what you're up to on a regular basis aside from Destiny 2 stuff?
To everybody in the chat, I am in your backyard right now.
Oh, snap. Chicken Spaghetti's here. What's up, Chicken Spaghetti?
Chicken!
Xbot's in your backyard right now.
Yeah, I'm in your backyard, chicken. Go look for me. But no, I keep everything simple, whether it's my YouTube channel, Xbox Live, PSN, and Twitter. It's all Xbot448. Yo, follow me wherever you want to follow me, and but definitely check out my YouTube channel. We got the next podcast every Saturday, 7 p.m. And yeah, let's go watch The Walking Dead.
Yeah, I might have to play PUBG with Chelsea though. Supersonic Station. Do you want to let people know
Forza, all right?
where they can find you, what you're up to?
Supersonic Station, all one word. My YouTube is unsuspended now, so I'll be streaming a lot on there. It's all
Hold on,
done.
when did it get unsuspended?
I think today.
All right, tomorrow it will be suspended, people.
Yeah, well.
You're probably right about that. Find me on Retro Renegades on Tuesdays with Graphic Guide, UK Daz, and Stinking Corpse will be sleeping behind the arcade machine. And we're going to start having guests on there to hear about their background in gaming and retro gaming. And this week's guest will be Italian clowns. So that's pretty exciting. And Dazcast once a month. Check us out on there. And what else? Me and Lady Lex UK are going to do Project Spark pop-up streams. So that's pretty fun to create games and teach people how to make stuff. If they can still get it on Xbox, it's pretty fun. So that's it.
Awesome. Go give them a follow if you want to check out those streams. Crispy Bomb, where can people find you? What are you up to?
At Crispy Bomb on Twitter. And I'm always here, at least when I can.
Unless you're, at work.
Yeah, doing that work thing,
I know they struggle.
Retail sucks, right, Mel?
It really does. It really does.
But yeah, I mean, this week I'm off, so hopefully I can stream some on Mixer. I'm gonna try not to do Gears, so I mean, I hope people are interested in that.
That's gonna be really hard for you.
Might be the Mortal Kombat, just because I've been kicking the heck out of people.
That's like Mel not playing PUBG. That's kind of weird.
No, that is not a call out to Daz. Thank you. I'm not going to deal with it.
Daz, he's calling you out, Daz.
see, there's where I put some words in my mouth.
That's our job. All right. Daz, he's calling you out. Butchervin, where can people find you? What are you up to? And giveaway info.
Hey, you guys can find me at Butcher Van on PlayStation and Xbox, or at Mr. Midlife Crisis on Twitter. And we didn't give away the Ultimate Edition of Red Dead Redemption 2 this week, but we are giving it away next week. So
Yeah,
it will
be
be live on the show. So right now there's only 28 people watching. So just think about that. Let that sink in a little bit.
The odds are good.
Yeah, your odds are pretty good if you're watching live.
Hashtag not my cowboy.
That's right.
So Red Dead Redemption 2 you can win next week?
So the people that are loyal, that are in here, that are normally in here, are probably going to have pretty good chances at winning a copy of the game. So
oh snap.
Monkey's like, just give me the game, Butcher.
Yeah.
One of you guys will win a copy of Red Dead Redemption 2 next week.
It like, don't tell anybody else then. Yeah.
Tell everybody. Sharing is caring, you guys. Sharing is caring. And Butcher Van's information is listed listed below, along with everybody else's. You can find their Twitter in the description. You can find everything else about them on the screen. It is, up on there playing. And you guys, I am the host, OhSnap, it's Mel. You can find me on Twitter at GirlsCanGame22. And all my other information is listed below as well. I hope you guys enjoy The Walking Dead and have a great week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.